Hey, my handsome ladies and gentlemen, this is Shmeaty, and in today's video, we're going to be taking a look at LEFTORANDO one last time before Season 19 is through. We've got a lot of new viewers since I've last put out a LEFTORANDO video, so I am going to, in a rare Shmeaty breaking character moment, explain Leaf Tornado is a move that Superior can run as opposed to Aerial Ace, and it's a grass type move with low base damage but has a 50% chance of lowering the attack of the opponent by 2 stages. So a LEFTORANDO is when you bait or fake an Aerial Ace or Frenzy Plant and get the shield and the debuff on the opponent. I don't have much more to say than that. If you guys find enjoyment in today's video, feel free to leave it a like and subscribe, but without keeping you too much longer, let's get into these matches. Kicking things off with game number 1, and it is going to be a Shadow Dragonair lead. Now, Shadow Dragonair lead is generally indicative of an RPS backline, and Shadow Dragonairs cannot help themselves from throwing on alignment. And since this one did, this may very well mean that I can go for the no shield farm down, and I'm just able to do so. Terrible play by the opponent, allowing me to get that no shield farm down. They're going to bring in a Lantern, and I'm going to pivot into my Dragonite. I know that I have a much worse matchup into the Skarmory in the back, but they do not know that fact. So they think that they're walling me here, but me being able to get this superpower off is absolutely massive. Now I'm going to be able to fire off a Dragon Claw here. Not a whole lot of reason for me to bait here, but we are going to go down to the Steel Wing down and immediately bring in our Empoleon, tap on our Hydro Cannon to deny the energy from the Skarmory. This should prompt the shield, and generally it would, but the app crashes. What is this? Niantic, please. Please fix your game. We're getting into a new season, please. Anyway, it looks like we're able to load back into the game here. LEFTORANDO comes in. We did get both shields from the Skarmory. They've double protected the Skarmory. So, we are going to be able to come in with the LEFTORANDO. They're going to fire off the Sky Attack here. We have 2 shields, and it's not like we're going to use either of those 2 shields on the Lantern's energy. Even a Thunderbolt from this Lantern from the range that I'm at will do absolutely pitiful damage. They're going to have to take a Frenzy Plant to the face as they're able to reach a move here, but this is fine. LEFTORANDO can always no shield. It's just the surf. We're going to leave with a Frenzy and a Leaf Tornado banked. LEFTORANDO onto the Skarmory, not gonna KO, but one more Vine Whip does, and even with our game crashing, we're able to take that dub. GG's. It's an awkward lead on both ends for the next match. It's going to be Shadow Empoleon leading into a Hakoma-O, and they're going to safe switch into their Quagsire. Now, Quagsire safe switch is generally a very good safe switch in the Open Great League, but not when your opponent's running LEFTORANDO. We're going to be able to build up just before they're able to make a Stone Edge and fire off this LEFTORANDO. Going for the full undercharge on the LEFTORANDO, and we are looking for the farm down here. They are going to be able to get the Stone Edge, and we are going to stop tapping. Here, I'm not going to throw anything else, hoping that they just keep throwing energy at me so I get very low in the back, because LEFTORANDO's not going to be able to do a whole lot into the Skarmory or the Hakoma-O, given that I'm on a Mono Grass moveset. So they are going to bring in the Skarmory. Skarmory, not particularly what LEFTORANDO wants to see, but we got it out, and now we're going to bring in our Dragonite. Since we aggressively pivoted in our Dragonite, we are now going to be able to pull a shield from this Hakoma-O potentially with the Dragon Claw. Dragon Claw onto the Hakoma-O is going to put up a shield as they're getting increasingly low, and they're going to have to start respecting all the energy that I have on this side of the field. We're going to be able to build up to the Frenzy Plant. I think we just got new mechanic. No, we just lived that last Dragon Tail, and they're going to bring back in the Skarmory, but now what is Skarmory going to do up against an Empoleon with 2 shields? We've got the Hydro Cannon loaded. Hopefully our app doesn't crash this time. The opponent is still playing this out. They really want to be able to take this dubski, but there's absolutely no way they will. We've got 2 shields for them, and they resign the match. GG's. Oh man, there's nothing I love to see more than a Skarmory lead when I'm running Empoleon. Skarmory, terrible matchup. They're going to bring in their Swampert here, and they're firing off energy immediately. Now, generally, a Swampert safe switch would have a Sludge Wave to threaten a potential Grass type that comes in, but since this one went immediately for the Hydro Cannon, they're telegraphing the fact that they don't have it. So now, they're going to be able to fire off a bunch more energy onto me here, but I'm okay with this. They can fire off 4 more Hydro Cannons and I will not get KO'd, so I am going to let them get to some more energy here. They're looking to build up to the Quake, so just in case they had the Sludge Wave there, I'm not going to let them throw it at me. so I am going to farm them down just before they do. Going to fire off a LEFTORANDO onto the Skarmory. Unfortunately, no LEFTORANDO debuff is applied there. We're going to aggressively pivot into our Dragonite, hoping that they see the I switch, U switch con. They're going to Sky Attack us, and they're staying in with the Skarmory. We're just going to build up to the superpower and bait with the Dragon Claw. We're really trying to get rid of this Skarmory here. If they no-shield this would be tragic for me, but we are able to get the shield with the Dragon Claw bait. And now, they're going to throw some more energy to get rid of my Dragonite. I'm okay with this decision. Now I can easily just bring in my Empoleon and take full advantage of this Skarmory's negative matchup. They've got the Whiscash in the back, and so I have to throw my Hydro Cannon here. If I do not throw my Hydro Cannon here, they're going to make a Mud Bomb, which would be devastation for me. They're going to fire off some energy here, but this is okay. This is a range where I can live anything shy of a Blizzard here, and they're going to fire off the Mud Bomb. I'm going to throw the LEFTORANDO onto the Whiscash, and if they don't shield here, their Whiscash is gone. So, what is the read from the opponent? They're going to no-shield it. We're going to be able to make a last-second LEFTORANDO here, and now, are we going to be able to get this debuff? No, we are not. Oh my goodness, the luck in these games has not been on my side, but we are going to build up to the back-to-back Hydro Cannons. We need to make back-to-back. Before they do, this is a CMP tie, and if they don't have back-to-back moves here, this game is over. Empoleon will generally pace faster than the Skarmory, but they had a little bit of residual energy there. Wasn't enough for them to bank the back-to-back. It doesn't matter. We're firing off the Bad Manners Drill Peck onto the Skarmory. The move Skarmory wished that it had, as opposed to Sky Attack now being 55 energy. GG's. It's going to be a terrible lead. Empoleon into Annihilate, and I'm going to immediately switch out into LEFTORANDO here. And you guys already know this is an attack-weighted Gligar. How unfortunate for me. I generally play into this CMP tie because non-attack weight Gligars will lose the CMP to Superior, but unfortunately this one is going to be a CMP winner. We're going to be able to get the LEFTORANDO debuff and the no-shield, so now LEFTORANDOs are actually threatening to the Gligar's life. Are they going to shield this next one up? Yes, they are. They're not going to get the double LEFTORANDO here, but that's perfectly fine. We got a shield with the LEFTORANDO there, so we are perfectly fine with no shielding this. We are not in Aerial Ace range. We have the LEFTORANDO bank, and they have to respect this or this Gligar is getting taken out. They are going to be able to make a last-second Aerial Ace here, but I was able to play out the one shield, and I'm actually just going to flip switch. You wouldn't believe it, but the reason why I run LEFTORANDO is because it can flip switch against What is this? Niantic, please, dude. I don't know how many cries out for help I'm gonna have to make, but this is just pathetic. We're starting up a brand new season. This is season 20 of the game, and this glitch is still going on. This has been plaguing this entire season 19, and there's no way out of it. The only way to get out is to top left and take the L. So you're gonna see me unfortunately resign that match, and we're gonna be on to the next one. Relatively tricky lead in the next match. I'm going to have to make a pretty good catch here, and I'm going to be able to do so. Now, I'm calling that they're not going to go for the superpower here. They're going to go for the Leaf Blade, and we catch the double resisted Leaf Blade onto our Dragonite. They're going to bring in a Carbink, and we're just going to fire off the superpower immediately. I don't care. I just want this debuff applied onto myself immediately so that I can die quicker, and that's exactly what happened. Now we just come back in with our Empoleon and get a full Steel Wing down of this Carbink here. And Carbink taking double super effective here is still so bulky that we're able to take so much HP away from it. And if they bring back in the Lurantis, which they do not, they're going to bring in a Spark Lantern. But if they were to bring in the Lurantis, we have so much loaded energy for it. We're going to bring in our Superior, and they're still switch locked a little bit here, which is why you're seeing them stay in and throw energy with a Lantern into a Grass type. Lantern literally checks under its bed every night to see if there's a Grass type hiding underneath, so generally they wouldn't throw energy into a Grass type there. But nevertheless, we're going to no-shield the Thunderbolt from the Lantern and shield up a Leaf Blade on the Lurantis. I guess we can't call them all properly. Firing off the LEFTORANDO, they're going to shield it up, but it's already not looking too good for the opponent. Getting to another LEFTORANDO here. They're running dangerously low on HP here. We're going to be able to make another LEFTORANDO. Oh my goodness, the spamminess. They are not ready for how many LEFTORANDOs I have for them. We're going to be able to snipe with the Empoleon. We got the We got the final shield from the Lurantis. This Lurantis is going down, but now there is no way for Lantern to ever KO Superior from this health range, especially not when we have a shield, and we're going to get crazy with it. I'm no shielding this. I don't care that you're going to Thunderbolt. They only went for the Surf, and we're going to go for the BM LEFTORANDO here. Zero bubbling it. Oh my goodness. I was just BMing this poor guy. We get the debuff. Oh no. And firing off the back-to-back LEFTORANDO to pick up the dub. GG's to this trainer. Right, I had to leave this next game in, and you're going to see why. We're going to keep a close eye on what's about to happen. Terrible lead Vigoroth into the Empoleon. We're going to save switch immediately into LEFTORANDO, and we're met with a really bad matchup in Mandibuzz. We're going to go for a CMP tie with their Aerial Ace and fire off this LEFTORANDO. LEFTORANDO is going to get the debuff immediately, and now I'm like, hold. I can flip this. You're never going to believe it, but I can flip this. We're going to fire off 4 more Vine Whips and another LEFTORANDO. Are we going to be able to go 2 for 2 on the debuffs? And the Mandibuzz goes -4, and now we can comfortably no-shield every Aerial Ace from this point. They're going to be able to make Aerial Ace after Aerial Ace, but look at that damage! LEFTORANDO taking that damage like it's not very effective. I think a Lantern Surf would do more than that. These Aerial Aces are doing pitiful damage, and they're forced to stay in. We're going to keep going for these Frenzy Plants onto the Mandibuzz, and you may not think it, but these Frenzy Plants are chipping away very crucially at the Mandibuzz's health. We're going to be able to make another Frenzy Plant. They're getting dangerously low. They're going to fire off another Aerial Ace here, but what does it matter? They're too debuffed. They're never going to be able to KO us here. We'll even be able to live another Aerial Ace here. We're going to no-shield this one just to prove the point, and we're going to fire off this Frenzy Plant on alignment. Rank 1 Superior, able to live that Aerial Ace with the -4 debuff. I think we ate 4 Aerial Aces there. Absolutely insane. Now they have the Vigoroth with a shield advantage, which is still problematic for my team. They're going to fire off a move here, and I am going to have to commit a shield. Even if it's a body slam, I have to commit a shield here. Very unfortunate for me. They body slam bait, and I'm going to bring in my Empoleon, but I think they waited the turn there. Everything's going bad. Things going from bad to worse in this game. And now the Trevenant is going to be able to KO just about with the Seed Bomb, but we live on about 1 HP, so this Drill Peck is going to KO the Trevenant, but they know their win con. They just need energy on the Vigoroth. They made the Rock Slide, and this game is over. Well played to this trainer. GG's. Getting into the next game, it's going to be Shadow Empoleon leading into a Sableye. Now, I have a couple ways I like to play this out. We're actually going to play it out with the Empoleon here, as we do pace the same to the first 2 moves. Sableye will outpace to the 3rd. We're going to fire off the Hydro Cannon, of course going to grab the shield from the Glassy Sableye. They're going to overfarm quite a bit and fire off some energy just in the middle of me making another Drill Peck here, or another Hydro Cannon. They're going to catch the next Hydro Cannon onto an Umbreon, but this is okay. Generally, I would try to throw a Drill Peck there, but I'm so glad I didn't. I'm going to bank a little bit of energy and then just fire off another Hydro Cannon. Hydro Cannon would do some substantial damage onto the Umbreon. They let it go, and this is fine. At this point, I don't really need Empoleon anymore, so we're just going to go ahead and let it go. The foul play is going to take us out, but now we can farm down with whatever we want. And of course, it's going to be LEFTORANDO, bringing in the Superior so that we can get the farm down of the Umbreon. They're going to be able to make a couple moves here, but this energy is very non-threatening, especially because they're on foul play. As opposed to Dark Pulse, we're fine. They're going to get KO'd there. Just before the Sableye is able to make another move, you're going to see me fire off this LEFTORANDO, and this is a pretty tough spot for them to be in. They don't want to give up all that energy, so they do have to shield. They were in LEFTORANDO range there. They did put up the shield, and now I'm just going to no-shield. I think if they're going to go for the double foul play as opposed to the single return there, they are going to go for the double foul play, and in the back, it's a Lantern, but we have our Dragonite ready for this Lantern, and all we have to do is get this Lantern into superpower range, and this game is over. They're going to fire off the Surf. I'm going to commit a shield. You don't have any shields left, so all I got to do is bank back-to-back moves. Superpower is going to get rid of the Lantern from the range it's at, and we've got the Dragon Claw for the low HP Sableye. It'll never live this move, and this game is over. GG's. Alright, final match of the video is going to be Empoleon leading into Shadow Gligar, and we are A-okay with this matchup. Gligar generally loves to bait in this match, but what happens if a Gligar baits is that they will never outpace to the second move, they will only match pace to the second move. They're going to fire off a move on the CMP tie here. You saw me fire off the Drill Peck there. That was intentional in case they tried to catch on something that resists Hydro Cannon. But they sent the dig, and that is so bad for me. In comes a Shadow Feraligatr, but here's some tech for you. We put up a shield, and Shadow Feraligatr, now you see him. Now you don't. Going to get fully farmed down by the Dragon Breaths, and we leave with a ton of energy that is nearly universally threatening unless they have a Fairy type on their team. Back in comes the Gligar, but Gligar not going to be a fan of taking a Dragon Claw here. Dragon Claw nearly KOs the Gligar, and they are not close enough to a move. They get farmed down with the Gligar. In comes the Registeel. We're going to be able to throw this superpower at the Registeel, and in case you couldn't tell, this game is over. They're going to top left, and I don't blame them. GG's. If you made it to this point in the video, thanks so much for watching. It really means a lot to me that you guys have been showing so much support to the channel, and I can't thank you guys enough. LEFTORANDO is an absolute menace. I can't believe I was able to catch on video me flipping switch versus two flying types in one video, and also the elephant in the room. Niantic, please fix your game. I'm sure no one at Niantic is watching a Shmeaty video, but if they are, I have to speak on behalf of the community. If I'm able to catch two really ugly game-breaking glitches in one video, I really think we need to lock in before Season 20 hits. But with all that being said, thanks again so much for watching. This has been Shmeaty. I hope to see you guys again next time, and have a good rest of your day. Bye.